welcome to Reviews on the Run. Great show for you today. We've got a couple of huge franchises, including a fighter that's going to be a fanboy's dream. Tonight on Reviews on the Run, Ben and I are taking a look at Call of Duty World at War, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, NBA Live 09 All-Play, FIFA Soccer 09 All-Play, and in Versus, it's You're in the Movies against Seen It Box Office Smash. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today, but before we do, let's reintroduce our good buddy Ben Silverman from Yahoo Games.
Hello, world.
Thanks for joining us up here in slightly chilly Vancouver. It's a little bit chillier than the last time we were shooting reviews, right?
Yeah, it was sunnier last time. I preferred that shoot, but we're going to make it through this one all right.
We are. We're going to have some fun. All right, let's talk about the brand new Call of Duty. It's World at War, and it's kind of familiar, right?
Well, you know, I wasn't looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I don't like Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty 4. We all love Call of Duty 4.
Absolutely.
But going back to World War II, it's a little hard to get excited. And then you play the game, and you go, well, I can be excited about this, I guess.
You know what? I had a blast with this game, but I think the biggest challenges it faces are things that you're going to consider, you know, pretty obvious right away. When you look at visuals in this game, you think, okay, I've done this before. I've played with these weapons before. I've traveled these areas before. And that is definitely true. But I think what they've done to kind of change perception a little bit is they've really upped the ante in the gore factor, and they've gone to a mature-rated game that's really high adrenaline, very charged with some, you know, things that might be offensive to a lot of people. I can't imagine this game goes over with the sensitive types at all out there.
Yeah, no, I don't think so at all. But that level of gritty detail and realism, I think, is really serving the World War II genre.
Yeah.
And it's good. It makes it feel like a bit of a new spin on the World War II kind of game.
Yeah, well, you know what, to be honest, I mean, Call of Duty is my favorite World War II franchise, and my only kind of complaint about it in the past is that it was teen-rated, and you did get a sense of zero consequence in all these battles that you were in. And in this one, you get the full deal, man.
Oh, yeah.
You have prisoners being sacrificed. You have moral choices all the way through, where you can decide to kill people that are, you know, basically begging for their lives or not. The flamethrower sequences in this game are, you know, very graphic and are going to freak out a lot of people out there. It's definitely not a game for kids at all.
Yeah.
But, you know, like Saving Private Ryan, it definitely will evoke the true horrors of what World War II was.
It borrows a lot from Private Ryan and from other World War II games. You do play in two different fronts. We should get into that for a minute. You play as an American in the Pacific, so it's kind of a new take. You're fighting through the jungles.
Right.
You're fighting the Japanese in that section, and then later in the game you play as a Russian who's fighting against the Germans, shooting Nazis, and it bounces back and forth between them as the Call of Duty games do. But right off the bat, when you're playing it as an American, the very first thing you see is one of your comrades brutally killed. Right in front of your eyes, in-game. You can't do anything about it. And it really sets the tone that never stops, I think, through this entire game. It's gritty, it's violent, it's gory, and it's also really well done.
Miller, you're okay. Thank God.
I'm wondering where all the other wars are.
Yeah.
Now, I know that Vietnam is a tricky one to get into. I mean, especially as an American, I know how messy that can be to try to tell that tale.
And World War I doesn't have the interesting weapons, really. You know, it didn't have the sort of mechanized war that
you had. It's hard to keep loading your gun over and over again. Civil War isn't going to work. Can I get an American-Mexican war? Can I get, Revolutionary War? There's so many wars, and we keep coming back to the really safe one.
I know.
And it's getting a little dull. The multiplayer is just like the multiplayer from Call of Duty 4, which means it's awesome.
Yeah.
Loaded, got the perks, you got the whole leveling up system, really good stuff.
Presentation-wise, production value-wise, everything is really solid with this game. It just does feel familiar. What are you going to give Call of Duty World at War?
I'm giving it an 8.5.
9 out of 10 for me.